Alright, so we've finally come to the Steven Universe Uncle Grandpa crossover episode. Now, a few things before I actually get into the episode review. One, I'm not the biggest fan of Uncle Grandpa, the TV show. Granted, I don't hate it. Keep in mind, I don't hate it. I just watch it in small doses. I don't think I could binge watch something like that. I just prefer something in, like, tiny, like, I could stand about maybe 3 to 4 episodes, and then I'm like, huh, that was a nice little half-hour killer. On to the next thing. So, yeah. Also, another thing is that this was kind of said to be supposed to be in season 1, but they couldn't have it due to scheduling issues, and it's also out of. They also kind of say this is out of canon in the episode, so I thought that was hilarious. This episode, at its core, like I knew this episode was going to be hilarious. That's the best way you could look at it. Is that in this Steven Universe Uncle Grandpa crossover, is that it was just meant to be nothing but complete hilarity. And that's what we get. We get just a lot of fun in this episode. There's some harmless jokes at, the fans in general, excuse me. There's actually a lot of hilarious little references. Hell, there's at the end of the episode, there's a friggin' reference to Princess Mononoke of all things. Literally, Uncle Grandpa at the end of the episode literally says the final words from the Princess Mononoke movie, and I was like, huh. Another few jokes I really liked was the Beezooka, which shot out Beedrills. Let's face it, yeah, those are Beedrills. I also love the joke where Uncle Grandpa pulls out the cannon, throws on the ground, and he just shoots himself out, hits a ship, and you see Lars and Sadie on this as this ship is sinking, and Lars just goes, "No, our ship!" And I was like, that's funny. Also, you can clearly tell the voice actors are having a lot of fun with this episode. They have especially Dee Dee Magno Hall, the voice of Pearl. Pearl steals the show in this episode. Well, her and Uncle Grandpa and Steven. Those three characters, Pearl, Steven, and Uncle Grandpa, really shine in this episode. Especially like when Uncle Grandpa says, when Uncle Grandpa comes to town, he takes all the heads and they're flying through space, and they all land. Pearl just has this just horrific look on her face, and she just looks like she's gone mad. And I also love the moment where the Gems decide that Uncle Grandpa's like this Mr. Mxyzptlk type character or Bill Cipher type character. Pick your poison. Basically like this omnipotent godlike being, and he's a danger to Steven. And they decide to try to destroy Uncle Grandpa, and Uncle Grandpa and Steven end up in Uncle Grandpa's universe. So I thought that was really cool that they decided to just throw him into their universe, and we get to see Steven Universe in that animated form. Also, we get Pizza Steve, who gets eaten by Pearl. No, really. And then it leads to a hilarious joke when Pizza Steve comes in pretending to be Steven Universe, and Pearl just goes, "That's not my baby!" And Amethyst proceeds to devour him. To which Garnet has probably one of the best lines in here, where she goes, "Okay, I'm ready for this episode to end now." Yeah. So I think pretty much the writers of this episode knew that they were going to make something just completely hilarious, something, and it's even meant to be. I think it was pretty much meant to be an April Fool's joke, because Uncle Grandpa, when he shoots himself out of the cannon, it literally says April Fools on the thing, so in the clouds. So yeah, this was just meant to be a late April Fool's joke. That's the best way you could look at this story. What else was pretty fun? I love Mr. Gus's joke of making the gem Sona. I thought that was hilarious, and also of Mr. Gus's knowledge of the cartoon multiverse, kind of referencing what they're doing in IDW Comics right now. And I love the ending with Uncle Grandpa talking about all the kids he's met. We see Ed and Nettie, we see Blossom, we see Dee Dee. I would love to see, like, if they do this in IDW Comics and Boom Studios, if IDW and because Boom Studios owns the comic book rights to do Gumball and Uncle Grandpa and Steven Universe, as well as Adventure Time, basically all the new stuff, while IDW got all the classic 90s cartoons. I would love to see like another Cartoon Network comic crossover of just Uncle Grandpa traveling through each of the universes and helping kids. Especially, like, I'd like to see him and Dee Dee hang out. So yeah, Billy and Mandy, Ed, Edd, and Eddy are on this list. Finn, the SWAT Kats. I was like, SWAT Kats! Thank you! And there's a few others. And it kind of leaves off that there may be a Uncle Grandpa Clarence crossover in the future, which I'm like, I want to see that, actually. I think that'd be a lot of fun, even though, again, I'm not a big fan of Clarence. I mean, I watch it in kind of like with Uncle Grandpa. I can take small doses of it. But yeah, again, this episode just had me laughing the whole time. We got a Princess Mononoke reference, we got, harmless, it's like harmless jokes at the fandom of the Steven Universe fandom. Nothing like in some cartoons where it's like just kind of vicious towards the fans, where it's like kind of just a little too mean. This is just little friendly pokes and just saying, "Hey guys, we know you're out there." That's what it felt like to me. Whereas in some cases when they do these fan stuff, it's kind of it's really mean in some cases where it's just like, "Wow, was that really necessary?" And here it's just like, "Check it out, we know you guys are out there and doing this. We love you." Anyway, so yeah, a little out-of-canon, fun, late April Fool's type joke. Not much else you can say about this, but other than it was fun. And that's all I wanted from this episode. That's all I wanted from this crossover, was just a short, fun story. That's pretty, and for what it was, I got what I wanted. So you guys tell me, what did you all think of the Steven Universe Uncle Grandpa crossover? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know. And once again, just to let everybody know, if you didn't like it, that's totally fine as well. If you didn't like it, that is totally okay as well. And just keep in mind, it's not canon, technically speaking. You could look at it as canon because, again, it brings up the whole S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff. Steven's S.H.I.E.L.D., I mean. But on the other hand, you can look at it and go, maybe it wasn't canon. Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.